From the Great Northwoods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Hello, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, the latest on the wild weather that's causing power outages here in Maine and bigger problems elsewhere. Plus, the Maine Veteran Project steps up big to help a Dexter vet in desperate need of home repairs, and a special gathering at the Coal Land Transportation Museum to remember the man who made it all possible. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday to you. I'm Craig Colson. Emma Smith is off today. We're going to begin with the weather. A powerful storm system is moving across the state this morning. It's bringing very strong winds and the potential for flooding, especially along the coast. Let's take a look at what it's looking like down at the Rockland Breakwater right now. A pretty stormy scene. Some people are waking up this morning without power. Central Maine Power Company reports it has more than 40,000 customers without power at this hour. The majority are in southern Maine, but there are hundreds of outages sprinkled among Penobscot, Hancock, and Waldo counties. Versant is reporting another 7,000 outages in their coverage area. Drivers are urged to be extra careful around rivers and streams until those flood watches are lifted later on today. You may also come across some big puddles and that sort of thing. Watch out for downed trees and power lines. It could be a very stormy day indeed. For more on what we can expect, let's turn things over to Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, Craig, thank you very much. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Lots to break down this morning, so let's get right into things now. This is a wind advisory right here that's posted until about 10 a.m. later on this morning because of strong gusty winds and maybe even damaging winds in a few spots that reached up around 40, 50, even 60 miles per hour at times. We're going to pan the map around a little bit more of a weird angle here because we do also have some storm warnings posted until later this morning during our show. We'll start seeing these expire during that 8 o'clock hour. So things will start to improve at least by that point. There's that flash flood warning off in the western parts of the state because of all the heavy rainfall they've also been seeing. We also have aerial flood warnings up, urban small stream flood alerts posted though because of all the rain we have been seeing there already this morning. There's actually a watch behind us as well. So this was expected to happen with the heavy rain we have been seeing. Here's the radar right now. We've had plenty of rain moving through this morning, even some thunderstorms that developed at times, though. Those kind of fizzled out as they moved on shore. But we're going to be dealing with this as it continues to track from the south to the north as moderate to heavy rainfall will continue to remain possible this morning, but will start to taper off during the afternoon period as this area of low pressure right here continues to track from the southwest and go to the north and east. So our early forecast moving forward, plenty of rain, and will start to back off during the afternoon period. Temperatures in the 50s, the winds will start to back off by the afternoon as well. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig?
All right, thank you, Devin. We'll see you a little later on. Maine is certainly not alone. Several areas of the nation are dealing with wild weather this morning, including in Florida and Virginia, where tornadoes have caused serious damage. ABC's Rhiannon Alley has more.
A weekend of wild weather ended with a tornado threat in the mid-Atlantic.
Christy, go downstairs.
New video shows a twister touching down in Virginia Beach.
Oh my God, that is a tornado.
Uprooting trees and damaging up to 100 homes in the area.
Look at the debris. Oh my God.
22 million people were on alert for severe storms and flooding at the time. Heavy rain triggered flooding on major highways around New York City, forcing drivers to sit in traffic for up to 4 hours.
Bronx River shut down. Sprain shut down.
In New Jersey, 2 curious boys were rescued by boat after becoming trapped inside this flooded tunnel.
And we saw that we had a lot of water. It was at least 3 feet from what we could see. They were sitting on a pipe that runs the whole length of the tunnel. So they were sitting there and they were just trying to stay out of the water.
It all followed severe storms in Florida.
This is the scariest thing I've ever been in. Oh my God.
This tornado hitting Palm Beach Gardens Saturday.
I just saw a car flip over in front of me.
Packing winds up to 130 miles per hour.
Oh my God, it's like right in front of, oh my God.
Lifting this car off the ground before slamming it down. Meanwhile, in the Midwest, the Mississippi River is expected to crest today. The river has risen to its highest levels in decades in parts of Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, and Illinois. Barge traffic carrying fertilizer and grain has been halted along portions of the river. And in parts of the West, near record heat is melting snow, triggering flood concerns.
As Rhiannon Alley reporting. Meanwhile, a man arrested during a massive drug bust will likely make his first court appearance this week. The Auburn Police Department reportedly found an estimated $3 million worth of fentanyl after a local restaurant received a large wooden crate delivered from the state of Arizona. The employees opened it, thinking it was a shipment of drinking mugs, but the crate actually contained a plastic tote filled with fentanyl. According to the Auburn Police Department's Facebook page, 41-year-old Jeremy Mercier was listed as the contact on that shipping barrel, causing him to become a person of interest in the case. Mercier was arrested when he went to the unidentified restaurant and asked for the shipment. Auburn police seized $2,780 as evidence of drug proceeds and 14 kilos of suspected fentanyl. Mercier has had previous federal convictions for distribution of cocaine from back in 2007 and served several years in prison for that conviction. Mercier has since been charged with aggravated illegal importation of scheduled drugs, aggravated trafficking of scheduled drugs, and violation of conditional release. He's now being held at the Androscoggin County Jail without bail. Police say that investigation is still underway. The Criminal Justice and Public Safety Committee discussed a bill that would benefit fire departments statewide by constructing more training facilities. Our Matthew Juroncic has that story.
Fire service training centers, such as the one here in Bangor, are used by fire departments across the state to train new recruits. Fire chiefs we spoke to say they would like to see funding for these facilities so that new firefighters can have a better understanding of what to do when a fire happens.
There are only 2 fire service training centers in East Central Maine, one in Bangor, one in Ellsworth. The next closest center to Bangor is an hour and a half away in Auburn. Liberty Fire Chief and Maine Fire Chiefs Association liaison Bill Gillespie said he'd like to see more training centers to support the 338 registered fire departments across the state.
Our goal is to have 11 live fire training facilities situated throughout the state to make it feasible for firefighters to reach training within 1 hour of their department.
A proposed bill by Senator Chip Curry would allocate $2 million in funding to build and upgrade training facilities in Maine over the next 2 years.
Having adequate training facilities to help prepare our people and our firefighters to give them the skills and the training they need to do their absolute best when out in the field when it's really needed is extremely important.
Brewer Deputy Fire Chief Eric Turtelont says the bill is a step in the right direction.
I'm not sure $1 million will quite cut it, but it's a good start.
In Bangor, Matthew Juroncic reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, in other news, better access and maintenance of Maine's only national park. Those are the promises of a new year-round maintenance facility at Acadia National Park's headquarters in Bar Harbor. Tommy Boudreau, Deputy Secretary of the Interior, visited Acadia along with Senator Angus King and Congresswoman Shelley Pingree to break ground on the new $32.6 million facility. The funding comes from the Great American Outdoors Act. The 32,000 square foot maintenance facility will better equip the park to maintain its many trails and scenic spots. Construction is beginning this spring and is expected to finish in the fall of next year. Well, some Mainers spent their Saturday helping a veteran in need to build a new life. Our David Ledford spoke with the volunteers that lent a helping hand.
Gary Kinney is a Dexter veteran who says he desperately needs help getting his grandchildren out of the state foster care system. However, he says that the state has told him his home needs to meet certain standards before that can happen. That's where the Maine Veterans Project comes in.
We received a call a while back from a veteran that is trying to fight to get his grandkids in custody with him. Unfortunately, his needs were monetarily unattainable for us at the time, so we put out a call to our community, and we've got about 10 plus volunteers here right now just trying to make it happen.
Together with MD Carpentry, the Patriot Riders of America, and volunteers, the Veterans Project is providing Kinney with 2 new bedrooms, a larger bathroom, and heat pumps for his home. Kinney says he feels moved by the community's support.
Today I'm overwhelmed with joy, but the state has so many requirements that it's hard to do, and physically I can't do it anymore, but we're going to do it. We're going to get these kids so they got a good house to stay in and be loved We're gonna do this. I got a lot of good people here.
Maine Veteran Project President Doc Goodwin says the day is an example of what Mainers are all about.
We all get something out of it. You know, a sense of community is what we're all missing these days, and frankly, I think we need more of it. You know, everybody's going to leave here tired, but they're going to leave here very rewarded.
Kinney says he needs to meet the state-required home expansion improvements by June. To support this project and others, visit MaineVeteransProject.org. In Dexter, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Very nice. Well, a local museum paid homage to the legacy of its founder with a special event. Devin Dagnall was there for the unveiling of the honorary art piece.
Music filled the air Sunday afternoon as part of the celebration for the Coal Land Transportation Museum's first annual Founders Day. The event consisted of a concert from the Bangor Band, alongside speeches from friends and family of the museum's founder, Galen Cole, who died back in 2020.
Galen Cole never quit serving our community and our state. And he never quit keeping the promise that the Coal Land Transportation Museum carries on in his and Sue's name today.
At the end of the celebration, the museum unveiled a bronze statue that will welcome guests to the museum for generations to come.
I think this is just a wonderful way to have Galen Cole immortalized in bronze and remembered, and his legacy to stand as, like they said, to greet people as you come in the door.
The granddaughter of Cole, Kristen Vogel, says she's been overseeing the process of the sculpture ever since it was just a little clay model, all the way until it became the completed statue people see today.
First time I thought full life, I had to walk out of the room because I thought it was, it felt like he was there.
Vogel says it's an incredible feeling to see everyone attend the event to memorialize her grandfather years after his passing.
It feels really good. It really, when he passed away, we had a funeral and then the world changed. And so being able to do this the way that he deserved it and in the way that we wanted to. Having the band here, the Bangor Band here, and, it was special day for sure.
In Bangor, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A new garden will soon allow a Bangor neighborhood to grow food together. Bangor nonprofit Food and Medicine partnered with the Together Place Peer-Run Recovery Center and the Wabanaki Public Health and Wellness to build raised bed gardens. They all gathered on Saturday. The event is part of a larger project to develop collective gardens throughout the Bangor and Brewer area, including 2 that will be built in Coe Park. Unlike a community garden where residents pay rent for their own spot, with a collective garden, anyone in the community can take part in that shared space.
You got neighbors helping neighbors, and we're really excited to be putting together this bed, and it's an investment in the future health of the neighborhood. And we're really excited to start growing some crops.
Food and Medicine representatives say the project is intended to provide sustainable food and friendly connections for low-income communities. The 3 groups will hold a festival on June 10th at Coe Park to celebrate the new gardens. And a Maine landmark is opening for another season, but some say a change is needed if Mainers want to see a sequel next year. Our David Ledford has that story as well.
Okay, ready to run.
The Skowhegan Drive-In Theater will reopen for another summer, but employees say high operating costs and dwindling interest could mean the credits will roll on the business if additional solutions are not found.
One of the biggest costs is the dues we pay to Hollywood, so that's largely dependent on ticket price. It's often around 60% that goes to them.
According to General Manager Chaz Wing, operating a drive-in during the age of video streaming presents a variety of challenges. However, residents say they are hopeful the historic theater will continue to benefit the region.
I think it's great for the community, and it's great for to bring in people from other places.
It's something to do for a start, because there isn't a lot in Skowhegan, and it just gets you out, gets the kids out.
The drive-in is one of a handful left in the state, following the closure of the Saco and Bangor drive-ins last year. Now, the owner, Don Brown, is planning to sell it. However, Wing says Brown plans to find someone who will honor the drive-in's legacy.
We had hoped that a local community organization would form as a nonprofit to take over and then keep it going indefinitely. That hasn't happened, and it looks like it may not. So the next step would be hopefully someone that's going to continue it as a drive-in, or at least attempt to do so.
In the meantime, they hope visitors will tune in to 88.3 FM, kick back for a double feature, and embrace nostalgia under the stars.
It's a historical place because I was there when I was a little girl.
The drive-in will open on May 5th. In Skowhegan, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
All right, well, the time is 6:16. Coming up on Good Morning Maine, lawmakers are considering a bill that would legalize illegal drugs to help fight Maine's addiction problem. But some in law enforcement believe that would be a disaster. But first, another check of our weather forecast. Looks like we can expect some heavy-duty rain and wind this morning. Things will calm down a little bit later on. The highs will be up near 62 degrees. Partly cloudy with foggy conditions overnight with lows in the low 40s. And tomorrow, yep, another mostly cloudy and rainy day on the way. The highs tomorrow a little bit colder with a high of 58.
In Maine, it's always truck season. And at Thornton Brothers in Lincoln, we are celebrating New Ram Truck Month by carrying the complete line of hard-charging new Ram trucks from light to heavy duty. At Thornton Brothers, you'll find the right truck for cargo space and comfort for those long trips on the road. No matter what Maine throws at you, our trucks have you covered. So come on over and test drive any of our award-winning new Ram trucks at Thornton Brothers, 125 Main Street, Lincoln.
Defeated. You win. I won. I won.
Want the speed to finally defeat your mortal enemy?
Oh, there he is! I won!
Only Spectrum gives you Speed Boost for the fastest wireless speeds in the palm of your hand. Get game-changing speed with Speed Boost, only with Spectrum One.
All the nonsense
Fibber.
meets no nonsense.
I don't buy it.
Judge Judy.
Weekdays at 5 on ABC 7.
Wheel goes XL.
I predict a record-breaking week.
The celebration is on.
I'm 40 just like Wheel.
And we're in a giving mood.
Double the chances to win the million, plus a chance for you at home to win a vacation and cash.
Weekdays at 7 on ABC 7.
Welcome back, everyone. Last year in Maine, 716 people were robbed of their lives by overdosing, showing the scourge of the drug addiction not only continues to ravage our state, but it's getting worse. Some advocates and lawmakers feel the right approach is to decriminalize the personal possession of illicit drugs, eliminate law enforcement from the equation, and focus on treatment. Multiple bills currently in the legislature seek to steer Maine down that path, but officials in the city of Brewer are sounding the alarm. Our Beth Jones has more.
It's pretty scary. Yeah. It's pretty scary stuff.
Brewer City Council member Jen Morin is talking about the scene currently unfolding on the other side of the country in Oregon. It's been 2.5 years since the state passed Measure 110, which decriminalized user amounts of hard drugs and sought to redirect tax dollars to pay for recovery services.
So Measure 110 has just been a disaster.
A slew of Oregon stakeholders recently told Brewer officials via Zoom that the law plunged Portland and other parts of the state into an abyss of homelessness, crime increases, and unchecked addiction.
There are tents in my neighborhood on the sidewalks. Homelessness is skyrocketed. Google Portland and the people living under the bridge. I mean, people are tunneling under our infrastructure to create strange housing situations, and it's all drug-fueled.
Leaders in Brewer say they're worried those scenes could play out here, too, if certain bills are passed into law. There is a bill in the works to decriminalize the possession of user amounts of hard drugs here in Maine. The language has not yet been finalized. Both LD 1159 and LD 1364 seek to establish safe sites for users to consume drugs procured elsewhere under supervision. Both of those bills also provide immunity from arrest for users and facility staff. Brewer Public Safety Director Jason Moffett argues decriminalization and facilities like the ones proposed will trigger a downward spiral in the community.
You know, they were using in public parks, out in the open, things like that. Needles everywhere. We know that violent crime went up, property crimes went up, child endangerment cases went up, overdoses went up, both fatal and non-fatal. So, I mean, essentially, it's a bad deal all the way around, and we don't want to see that happen here.
At no point do I foresee Brewer authorizing that sort of a facility here.
They also argue that drug use will not be confined to the consumption sites and will spill over into surrounding areas, drug dealing and other often related crimes too, creating a public safety nightmare for residents, a public safety nightmare they won't be enabled to police.
It ignores what the cost to the rest of us is. It ignores the fact that people might not feel safe in their homes or walking down their streets or enjoying public safety. It means that for a vast majority of the population, the message is, just suck it up. And it can't be that.
The city of Brewer has gone so far as to pass a resolution openly stating its opposition to decriminalization and harm reduction or safe consumption sites, saying in part, quote, the Brewer City Council opposes efforts to decriminalize the possession of illicit drugs, measures that would impede law enforcement's ability to interdict crimes, and measures that embolden criminal behavior, end quote. Instead, leaders are pushing for what they call a multi-prong approach, treatment and drug enforcement, saving lives and getting drugs off the streets.
We have to have balance to this. We have to have treatment. We have to have recovery sources. We have to have education. And as much as the proponents for decriminalization won't like to hear this, you need to have law enforcement in the criminal justice system.
It is important to note that we have previously reported specifically on LD 1159 and LD 1364, including why proponents of those bills feel they are viable solutions. We have those links in this story on our website, foxbangor.com. We will also be speaking next week with the author of the decriminalization bill currently being drafted about the reasoning behind it. We will bring you that conversation as well. In studio, Beth Jones, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Now it's 6:22. Coming up after the break, the coronation of King Charles, now just days away, but it's not without controversy. Plus, a manhunt is underway in Texas for a man suspected of murdering 5 people last night. Love the details on those stories and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
I come down the road one day and we counted 23 trees down. A small compact tractor is plenty to do what you need to do.
From the beginning, he wanted John Deere.
I had nothing before. I was doing everything by hand, unloading shingles out of boats, stone and sand and wood chips. No, those days are over.
We are United, your local John Deere dealer.
Angie's List is now Angie, and it's easier than ever to get your projects done right. With Angie, you can connect with top pros and see ratings and reviews. And when you book and pay through Angie, you're covered by our happiness guarantee. Check out Angie.com today. Angie, and done.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
This week, the Coronation Countdown is on, and GMA invites you to a front row seat to history. Join Good Morning America for all the royal pageantry, the family, the celebrations, the fashion, and oh yes, the parties on Good Morning America.
Welcome back, everyone. We head across the pond now, where the countdown is on to King Charles's coronation. The excitement is building, and so is the controversy. Here's ABC's Lionel Moyes.
With just 5 days to go until the coronation of King Charles and Queen Camilla, royal superfans are already lining up.
We're doing it for king and country.
More than 1 million people are expected to line the streets of London, but only 2,000 special guests will be inside Westminster Abbey Saturday for the event. Prince Harry will be there, but his attendance will be brief.
Maybe even just 24 hours in the UK as he flies in, attends that coronation ceremony, skips everything else afterwards and gets on a plane straight back to LA.
Preparations well underway for the big day, with more than 7,000 military personnel participating in dress rehearsals over the weekend. And with so many people coming to town, businesses are taking advantage, rolling out themed merchandise and experiences. Even Legoland is getting in on the fun, creating this tiny version of the coronation complete with a replica of Buckingham Palace. And women from a small village outside London came up with their own way to celebrate, creating this knitted version of the event.
We are showing that we are supporting him in one of the few ways that we can.
But amid the excitement, controversy. In an unprecedented move, during the coronation, the Archbishop will ask the public tuning in to vocally pledge allegiance to King Charles and his successors. Critics call the oath offensive and tone-deaf, pointing out that it asks people to swear allegiance to Prince Andrew, who, despite being stripped of his royal titles, is still technically a successor. The cost of the coronation also raising eyebrows.
It just doesn't sit quite right.
Reportedly costing taxpayers $125 million as the public faces a higher cost of living with historic inflation.
All right, well, we'll have to keep track of that one as it draws closer. The time now is 6:26. Time to get a look at that forecast. Looks like that flood watch will remain in effect until later this morning. Here's Devin.
Alrighty, Craig, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Alrighty, here we go. Plenty of alerts that are posted here. This right here is a wind advisory that will expire later this morning as the winds finally start to back off, as we're dealing with gusty winds ranging from 40 to 60 miles per hour at times, which is causing some problems there. We also have some storm alerts posted along the coast as well. I'm going to try to re-angle the map so we get that to pop up, though. It has at least up at least till about 8 a.m. or so this morning. So during our show, we'll see that getting phased out. And what you saw popped up earlier, this right here is that flash flood warning that is posted at least until around 11 a.m. this morning, at least for the western parts of the state. On top of that, aerial flood watches and aerial flood warnings posted through later this morning as well, because of all the heavy rainfall that we've been seeing this morning as well. And we'll show you the wayfinds before the radar, though, because look at this. This is why we have storm warnings posted, with wayfinds getting close to 20 feet. So the ocean, it's angry out there this morning, so definitely be careful if you're close to the ocean this morning. But otherwise, though, here's a look at the radar. Plenty of rain moving in from the south, going toward the north. Look at this, even some lightning from time to time as well. So even some thunderstorms that have been developing, but thankfully those have fizzled out as they've moved on land. And there's going to be improvements soon. We got to wait a little bit till later this afternoon, but low pressure will be tracking from the southwest, going to the north and east. So once we get this through, some improvement will be seen as we finally get this thing out of here. And we'll start to get some nicer weather for a little bit, though, but we do have chances for rain throughout the week. Futurecast moving forward, improvement in the afternoon, and look at this, even a sun coming out before it sets later this evening. It will become partly cloudy later on tonight. Areas of dense fog possible, so it might be hard to see as you head out the door for work or school tomorrow, so make sure you are ready for that. But then some scattered rain showers possible again as we head towards Tuesday afternoon to the evening time frame, and this will be a daily chance at least through Friday, so it won't be widespread. There'll be plenty of dry hours as well, but watch out for any chances for rain. Let's break all this down. Here's Wednesday right here. Chances for scattered showers are possible. We'll fast forward to Thursday, more of the same. Maybe some snow in the northern parts of the state as well, so we head towards early Thursday morning. Don't be surprised with that. But of course, with the rain showers Thursday afternoon. Now last week's Friday as well, more rain showers possible. Then late Friday and the parts of Saturday finally starting to calm down. So there's some light on the horizon, though. We just have to wait a little bit for that to get here. Alrighty, your rain totals, though, on top of what we've already seen already, another inch of rain cannot be ruled out before we're all finished up. So still a lot of water to go through, at least this morning. So your forecast for today, lower 60s, some morning rain and wind, becoming partly cloudy. Southeast wind at about 35 miles per hour. Partly cloudy areas of dense fog tonight, lows in the lower 40s. That southeast wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, upper 50s, mostly cloudy, a few rain showers possible. Southeast wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Scott's Recreation extended forecast. Plenty of chances for rain this week. The worst day is actually today, but no high temperatures ranging from the 40s on Thursday to the 60s today.
Has paying your mortgage been a struggle since COVID-19? The Maine Homeowner Assistance Fund could help. You may be eligible for up to $50,000 in aid. Apply today at mainehomeownerhelp.org.
Wow, with fuel prices quickly rising and no end in sight, isn't it time to give Black's Heat Pumps a call? Did you know heat pumps could save you up to 50% on your heating bill? Our experts can handle all your commercial and residential work and provide you with quality installation, repair, and maintenance. Give us a call today for a free estimate. Our number one priority is to save you money and keep you comfortable all year long. Get the service you deserve. Find us at blacksheatpumps.com and on Facebook.
Hood is the cottage cheese lovers love. Start with our award-winning country style. It's delicious on its own, or like this. That. Even, sure. Plus, it's got more protein than hummus and less sugar than yogurt. Then there's Hood's flavors. We expertly blend in real fruit or savory herbs for an unbeatable taste combination you can't recreate at home. Now that's cottage cheese. Hood cottage cheese. Always good, always Hood.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota LO1 series is rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Powerful Kubota diesel engine, ease of operation, and your choice of a dependable Kubota gear or HST transmission. The durable Kubota LO1 series tractor. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo.
Available at Doors Equipment, 1468 Outer Hammond Street, Bangor.
Behind on home expenses due to COVID-19? You're not alone. Help is available for mortgage, utilities, or property taxes through the Maine Homeowner Assistance Fund. See if you qualify at mainehomeownerhelp.org.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Welcome back, everyone. Now to the latest on the manhunt in Texas. Hundreds of officers are searching for the man accused of opening fire inside a neighbor's home in Cleveland, Texas, north of Houston, killing 5 people, including an 8-year-old boy. Authorities last night said they have 0 leads as they conduct door-to-door searches, but we're learning more about what happened at the crime scene. ABC's Lionel Moyes has that story.
Hundreds of people gathered at this elementary school north of Houston last night, remembering the victims of a shooting rampage that has this small community living in fear.
No tengo palabras como...
Wilson Garcia and his wife were hosting guests at their home Friday night when Garcia says his neighbor, Francisco Oropeza, began firing an AR-15 from his porch for fun.
This is a small community where neighbors say that every single weekend people fire weapons for fun. It's the norm. What happened here at this house, though, no one thought was possible.
Garcia says when he asked Oropeza to stop, Oropeza stormed into his house and began shooting, killing 5 people, including Garcia's wife and son. Garcia says after Oropeza shot his wife, another woman told him to escape through the window because she knew his wife would not survive.
Y mi esposa también.
10 people in the house escaped without injuries. According to authorities, 2 women were found lying on top of surviving children, and witnesses describe other children surviving after someone threw a pile of clothes on them. Authorities and scent dogs later tracked Oropeza to a wooded area, finding his clothes and phone, but then they lost track of him.
We have 0 leads.
Investigators are now offering an $80,000 reward for information leading to Oropeza. Meanwhile, Texas Governor Greg Abbott is now facing criticism for identifying the victims as undocumented immigrants in the same statement in which he offered condolences to their loved ones. Lionel Moyes, ABC News, New York.
Well, meanwhile, a new report says 14 million current jobs will not exist in 5 years. That makes up about 2% of the present job field. This comes following the World Economic Forum's recent findings on the future of jobs. Artificial intelligence within companies will have both a negative and positive effect. While new jobs will be made to manage AI, that same technology can also kick those administrative and record-keeping roles to the curb. Slowing economic growth and rising inflation is also contributing to the job loss. But the WEF findings say 60 million new jobs will also be created by 2027. Many of those new jobs will be in the renewable energy sector. A lot of people will be doing solar-powered things, working on energy-powered, electric-powered cars, that sort of thing, coming up in the decades ahead. Well, still ahead to come in the second half of our show today, details on the Bruins' season-ending loss to the Panthers, and a look at some of the best places to retire. That and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Oh, that feels so good. What a sweetheart. I'm so lucky.
These socks are so soft. And her feet don't smell? These would be perfect for hunting season.
Moisture wicking, odor resistant, hypoallergenic, softer than cashmere, and warmer than wool. Get your alpaca socks and more at the Blue Alpaca. Feel the difference.
Hey babe, can I borrow these socks?
Looking to haul a new piece of equipment? Homeowners or commercial, Coops Truck and Equipment has the right trailer for you. Coops is the largest dealer of truck flatbeds and hauler bodies in this state and can replace any old rusty bed or outfit, any new truck. Our full service facility can modify all truck and trailers with steel and aluminum fabricators on duty. We are your go-to place for CM truck bodies, H&H trailers, and load trail trailers. For trailers, truck bodies, truck outfitting, and more, it's Coops.
When Dover Audiology wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Come to Dover Audiology and find out where people from Kittery to Eastport go to get their hearing aids. Knowledgeable, friendly, and reasonable. Dover Audiology is your best place for hearing solutions.
Mossy Ledge Spirits is a true hidden gem in Etna. Located just 3 miles off I-95, exit 167, we are home to tastings, tours, cocktails, to-go drinks, bottles, live music, minis, and priceless memories. You're sure to fall in love with our handcrafted, unique, and deliciously clean-tasting spirits and feel right at home in our family-friendly environment. Mossy's Mobile Spirits is offering mobile bar service for weddings and large events. So enjoy some pizza and raise the glass here at Mossy Ledge Spirits.
Taylor Events and Equipment Rental in Bangor for all your wedding and events. Tents, tables, chairs, and more. Also, see us for your home project equipment rentals. Taylor Events and Equipment Rental, 1179 Hammond Street in Bangor.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Today is Monday, May 1st, 2023. Can you believe May is already here? It's also May Day. It has different meanings for different cultures and countries. In the U.S., it's a celebration of the arrival of spring, a day of unity, togetherness, and rebirth. In the Middle Ages, English villages had homes with maypoles. People would dance around them because the poles symbolized male fertility, as baskets and wreaths symbolized female fertility. In some centuries, some people would actually fill little baskets with treats and other objects and give them to people in celebration of spring. I remember making little made baskets when I was in elementary school, giving them to my friends. I'm not sure if they do that anymore. Well, on this day in history, back in 1840, the world's first adhesive postage stamp was issued in the United Kingdom. In 1931, the Empire State Building opened on this day in New York City. In 1945, the people of Germany were informed that Adolf Hitler had died as Soviet troops raised their flag above the German chancellery. And in 1967, Elvis Presley married his sweetheart Priscilla during a ceremony at the Aladdin Hotel in Las Vegas. Today's birthdays include country singer and actor Tim McGraw, who is 56, singer Judy Collins is 84, actor James Badge Dale is 45, and actor Jamie Dornan is 41 years old. Happy birthday to all of them. There's a quick look at all the birthday people today. We hope they have a nice day. All right, now we're going to shift our attention over to that forecast. As we said at the top of the show, that wild weather creating some messy conditions out there today. You want to take it easy out there as you drive around, look for any puddles or that sort of thing. Lots of people without power outages too. Here's Devin Biggs with more.
Alrighty, Craig, thank you very much. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Lots to break down this morning, so let's get right into things now. This is a wind advisory right here that's posted until about 10 a.m. later on this morning because of strong gusty winds and maybe even damaging winds in a few spots that reached up around 40, 50, even 60 miles per hour at times. We're going to pan the map around a little bit bit more of a weird angle here because we do also have some storm warnings posted until later this morning. During our show, we'll start seeing these expire during that 8 o'clock hour. So things will start to improve at least by that point. There's that flash flood warning off in the western parts of the state because of all the heavy rainfall they've also been seeing. We also have aerial flood warnings up, urban small stream flood alerts posted, though, because of all the rain we have been seeing there already this morning. There's actually a watch behind us as well. So this was expected to happen with the heavy rain we have been seeing. Here's the radar right now. We've had plenty of rain moving through this morning, even some thunderstorms that developed at times, though. Those kind of fizzled out as they moved on shore. But we're going to be dealing with this as it continues to track from the south to the north as moderate to heavy rainfall will continue to remain possible this morning, but will start to taper off during the afternoon period as this area of low pressure right here continues to track from the southwest and go to the north and east. So our early forecast moving forward, plenty of rain, and will start to back off during the afternoon period. Temperatures in the 50s, the winds will start to back off by the afternoon as well. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig?
All right, thank you very much, Devin. We'll see you a little later on. It was a heartbreaking loss for Bruins fans as their team fell in Game 7 to the Florida Panthers. Despite setting a season record with 65 wins this season, they ended up crumbling in the playoffs, blowing a 3-1 series lead against the Panthers. It all fell apart in the end. The Panthers managed to tie it up at 3 at the end of regulation play. Carter Verhaeghe ended up securing the win for Florida by slapping one in during overtime. Florida will now head to Toronto to face the Maple Leafs, and the Bruins will have to wait for another chance next year. Sorry to hear that. Well, still to come next year on Good Morning Maine, Tyler Cruz will have all the day's sports news and more. Don't go away.
Hewitt Lift and Rolodoc creates
the strongest, simplest, and most reliable dock system. With one simple goal:
to get you on the lake
faster and easier than anyone else. Because at Hewitt,
we build stronger.
After 40 years of quality building, we get it.
Hewitt family builds for your family.
For your family.
For your family.
Stand on the solid foundation of the Hewitt family.
Docks, pontoon legs, and boat lifts.
You work hard, play harder. You deserve a Hewitt.
Bucksport Regional Health Center has cared for the community for almost 50 years. We are trusted and compassionate providers. We have also given thousands of COVID-19 vaccines because the COVID-19 vaccine is very safe, very effective, and your best shot at protecting yourself from COVID. Trust us. Trust the vaccine. Protect yourself. Take your shot against COVID-19.
Upgrade your outdoor living space with TimberTech decking and railing by AZEK. The low-maintenance decking with the look of natural wood. TimberTech is everything wood should be. TimberTech railings provide safety while adding a beautiful finish. Your Hammond sales rep will help you with your selections and design planning, and Hammond delivers from 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. For the look of real wood that lasts a lifetime, choose TimberTech by AZEK from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Local news weeknights at 6 with Beth Jones and Peter Dubois on ABC 7.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for joining us. We start with some history. On Saturday, Husson softball played Umpy in a doubleheader to wrap up NAC play. They swept to finish unbeaten in NAC, but in Game 1, we saw perfection. McKenna Smith, senior ace for the Eagles, the Old Town native, pitched a perfect game, the first ever 7-inning perfect game in program history. 21 up, 21 down, 16 strikeouts. She eclipsed 200 on the season in the game, and it only took 59 pitches to do it. Oh yeah, and she also went 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs on the day. Congratulations to McKenna and the Eagles. Okay, now let's go to the NFL Draft. After 7 rounds and nearly 250 picks, no Maine Black Bears were selected at the podium. But as soon as the draft ended, one team was quick to swoop up one former Black Bear star and invite another to show his stuff. Starting with running back and wide receiver Xavier Scott. He is signed with the Colts as an undrafted free agent. He had 434 receiving yards and a touchdown, as well as 371 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns his senior year. Also, Former offensive lineman and captain Michael Garacci was invited by the Colts to their rookie minicamp. Garacci made All-CAA second team his last 2 seasons at Maine. Both men will try to become the 25th and 26th Black Bears to play in an NFL game. Congratulations to both of them. Okay, now for some more fun. Speedway 95 in Herman's open day is a week from Saturday, and the drivers took one more step closer towards some real racing this weekend. Saturday was Test and Tune Day at Speedway 95, the first chance for all the drivers you'll see this season to come together to see how their vehicles fare on the track after a winter in the shop. There's also seeing all of the racing friends many have gone the whole off-season without seeing. And that is just as sweet and perhaps even sweeter.
It's definitely like a big family reunion. Definitely seeing a lot of people I haven't seen all winter. It's definitely huge for Speedway 95. It is family, the main family fun track. And you kind of make a family, that like your chosen family, with all the people that you meet and all the people that you do race with.
And this season looks to be a big one for the track, especially with the track and its drivers' new initiative to make Speedway 95 a more fun experience for all. New kinds of events, track upgrades, and more are all a part of the effort.
I want my kids to grow up here. I want our friends' kids to grow up here. And so we wanted to make the track back to family friendly like it used to be. So we've been changing the track. We've been adding to the kids club. So far we made a lot of progress, and there's still a ton more to do, but that's all you can hope for, is just keep moving forward with it.
Okay, now let's go to the Diamond. Maine baseball split their doubleheader with UMass Lowell on Friday, and they tried to win yet another America East series on Saturday. Let's see how that went. Second inning, Black Bears have scored 3 runs in the inning. Why not make it 4? Nick White, a base hit into left. Jeremiah Jenkins comes sliding in to make it 4-0 Black Bears. Third inning, 5-1 now. Connor Goodman with the bases loaded. That one gets past the third baseman. Reynes scoring easily. Quinn McDaniel charging around. He'll score 2, 7-1 Maine. Then bottom 3, 7-2 Maine. Lowell's Jerry Siracusa from Kinnelon, New Jersey. Might have sent that one there if it wasn't for the scoreboard. Solo shot to left, it's 7-3. And finally, top 9, it's 8-4 Black Bears, and Jeremiah Jenkins will gladly add 3 more. A crushing 3-run shot. That's his 17th of the year. Maine goes on to win this one and the series. 11-5 is the final. Meanwhile, back in Orono, Maine softball opened up their weekend series with Binghamton with a doubleheader on Saturday. The Black Bears lost Game 1 3-1. Here's some highlights from Game 2. Black Bears facing the Bearcats on what was a gorgeous day at Keswick Field. Top first, Binghamton's Brianna Santos at the dish. She hits this one into left center. It just gets over Grace McGoldrick's head. Sarah Rendy scores. It is 1-0. Then, bottom of the inning, Kennedy Priest laying down the bunt. McGoldrick trying to score, but Allie Lamoureux, the toss to Haley Eller. She is out at the plate. Nice play there. Top 3 now. It's 1-1. Runners on first and second, no outs. Lindsey Walter pops to Jasmine Gray. Over to Izzy Nieblas to tag Lady Harbaugh. Double play. And then Allie Reith would finish the inning with a backwards K on Rendy. No runs come across there. But then, top 7, Allie Richmond. A base hit into left. Lamoureux comes in to score, and it's 2-1 Bearcats. Binghamton would later add on to their lead, and 4-1 is your final. And finally, some high school softball action. Brewer trying to stay unbeaten Saturday, hosting Lewiston. Bottom 4, Lewiston's Ava Dion gets the strikeout on Jordan Williams, but as they try to catch Maddie Shaw on a rundown, the throw goes into the outfield. Great heads-up base running as Shaw comes in to score. Same inning, Emma Jamison at the plate. She drills one into right center. It goes to the wall. Lexi Stratton will come in to score. Bottom 4 still. It is Taylor Grant's turn. That's a base hit into right. Jamison scoring. Jill Ford following behind to score as well. Brewer bats were on fire in this one. In the top of the 5th, Mauer Raymond for Lewiston would get the doubles on the board. That base hit scores Shelby Valley, but Brewer would be too much, which is when 12-2, they are 5-0. Okay, that's all the time we have for sports. I'm Ryan Sudol. We'll be back right after the break.
We can go into a room and have absolutely nothing in there, nothing on the windows, no color, no character, no tone to a room.
That's, I think, where we're strongest, is being able to help someone envision what's going to go in that window.
and we leave, it's totally transformed into something that the customer wants it to be. We've often been told we make a room look better just by leaving it.
Harris Lumber is locally owned and has been serving the Pequot region for more than 50 years. See them for all your projects, big or small. Customer service is their #1 priority. And with a full line of lumber and hardware items, they can also deliver to your job site. Harris Lumber, Milo.
You found the one. Peaks Hill Lodge in Denham. Beautiful outdoor and indoor weddings and events in a relaxed, rustic atmosphere. Dance the night away on our 1,100 square foot dance floor. Full service catering and cash bar. Peaks Hill Lodge. Contact us to schedule a tour and book your wedding today.
Big trucks rule the road. They're dangerous and they can cause big, bad injuries. But the big trucking companies don't stand a chance against me. I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. If you've been hurt by a big truck, call the twos. We win for you.
And we have liftoff, a rocket launch Sunday night at NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida. SpaceX's Falcon Heavy skyrocketed into orbit with WVII satellites aboard.
Engines full power and liftoff of Viasat 3. Go Viasat, go Falcon Heavy.
The rocket is made of 3 reusable Falcon 9 engine cores that generate more than 5 million pounds of thrust at liftoff. It's one of the most powerful operational rockets in the world, with the ability to lift nearly 150,000 pounds into orbit. The launch was previously postponed on Thursday and Friday because of bad weather, but they made it into space last night. Really is incredible if you think about it, even today. All right, one last check of that weather forecast today. Looks like the rainy weather will kind of taper off as we head through the morning. Things should be a little bit drier this afternoon. Here's Devin.
Alrighty, Craig, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home and Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Alrighty, here we go. Plenty of alerts that are posted here. This right here is a wind advisory that will expire later this morning as the winds finally start to back off, as we're dealing with gusty winds ranging from 40 to 60 miles per hour at times, which is causing some problems there. We also have some storm alerts posted along the coast as well. I'm going to try to re-angle the map so we get that to pop up, though. It has at least up at least till about 8 a.m. or so this morning. So during our show, we'll see that getting phased out. And what you saw popped up earlier, this right here is that flash flood warning that is posted at least until around 11 a.m. this morning, at least for the western parts of the state. On top of that, aerial flood watches and aerial flood warnings posted through later this morning as well, because of all the heavy rainfall that we've been seeing this morning as well. And we'll show you the wayfinds before the radar, though, because look at this. This is why we have storm warnings posted, with wayfinds getting close to 20 feet. So the ocean, it's angry out there this morning, so definitely be careful if you're close to the ocean this morning. But otherwise, though, here's a look at the radar. Plenty of rain moving in from the south, going toward the north. Look at this, even some lightning from time to time as well. So even some thunderstorms that have been developing, but thankfully those have fizzled out as they've moved on land. And there's going to be improvements soon. We got to wait a little bit till later this afternoon, but low pressure will be tracking for the southwest, going to the north and east. So once we get this through, some improvement will be seen as we finally get this thing out of here. And we'll start to get some nicer weather for a little bit, though, but we do have chances for rain throughout the week. Futurecast moving forward, improvement in the afternoon, and look at this, even a sun coming out before it sets later this evening. It will become partly cloudy later on tonight. Areas of dense fog possible, so it might be hard to see as you head out the door for work or school tomorrow, so make sure you are ready for that. But then some scattered rain showers possible again as we head towards Tuesday afternoon to the evening time frame, and this will be a daily chance at least through Friday, so it won't be widespread. There'll be plenty of dry hours as well, but watch out for any chances for rain. Let's break all this down. Here's Wednesday right here. Chances for scattered showers are possible. We'll fast forward to Thursday, more of the same. Maybe some snow in the northern parts of the state as well, so we head towards early Thursday morning. Don't be surprised with that. But of course, with the rain showers Thursday afternoon. Now last year's Friday as well, more rain showers possible. Then late Friday and the parts of Saturday finally starting to calm down. So there's some light on the horizon, though. We just have to wait a little bit for that to get here. Alrighty, your rain totals, though, on top of what we've already really see it already. Another inch of rain cannot be ruled out before we're all finished up. So still a lot of water to go through, at least this morning. So a forecast for today, lower 60s, some morning rain and wind, becoming partly cloudy. Southeast wind at about 35 miles per hour. Partly cloudy areas of dense fog tonight, lows in the lower 40s. That southeast wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, upper 50s, mostly cloudy, a few rain showers possible. Southeast wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Scott's Recreation extended forecast. Plenty of chances for rain this week. The worst day is actually today, but no sign of temperatures ranging from the 40s on Thursday to the 60s today.
I went to Angie and typed in pool,
Water heater.
cleaners, garage.
Interior painting, exterior painting.
For whatever project you need, there's an option. Oh, I have another project. Let me try this.
Get started at Angie.com today.
The furniture you've been looking for is in stock and on sale at the Furniture Gallery. Spring into savings with great deals like 10% off all in-stock recliners. And refresh your home with a new sofa and love seat set. 3 choices, just $9.99. Sleep better with a new mattress from Serta, Restonic, or Nectar. Queen mattresses starting at only $2.99. The Furniture Gallery brings you better brand names, plus a bigger in-stock selection, all at the lowest prices around. Support our main family-owned business and save money at the Furniture Gallery.
Bangor Floral is your perfect destination this Mother's Day. Since 1925, Bangor Floral has been a premier provider of beautiful floral arrangements and thoughtful Mother's Day gifts for almost 100 years. Featuring new colorful blooms, blossoming plants, and gift baskets that have warmed hearts for generations. We also strongly support the Buy Local movement by purchasing directly from local farms and suppliers. Bangor Floral, 332 Harlow Street. Experience a flower shop like no other this Mother's Day.
From a humble horse and buggy beginning over 100 years ago to a fleet of modern deluxe motor coaches today, Sear North Star Tours wants to take you places. In Maine, throughout the United States, and abroad, we offer tours and day trips to suit everyone's interests and passions. Cherry blossoms in the spring, Prince Edward Island in the summer, trips to the city, trips to the shore, culture, history, music, and more. Sear North Star Tours. Where can we take you?
It is very hard to lose people you thought would never leave. We have to find a way to keep going for the people we still have. I am very excited to meet our son. Let's do this.
The Good Doctor, tonight on ABC.
A new study reveals the places where people are going to retire the most. A study from Smart Asset, a financial technology company, shows retirees are heading to the south, southwest, and west to enjoy their latter years. Florida, with low taxes and warm sun, gets the top spot. According to data analyzed by the Census Bureau, 78,000 seniors 60 and older moved to Florida in 2021 alone. Arizona was number 2, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Idaho, Nevada, Arkansas, Maine, and Texas all rounded out the top 10. Head to where it's warm. It makes sense. Real quickly before we go, there will be a 2-hour delay to the start of classes at RSU 24. That is down in the Sullivan area. It does not say why. Probably has something to do with the power outages down in Hancock County. Again, 2-hour delay in Sullivan today. That's it for now. Have a great day.
Not being able to see up close can be frustrating. Trying to view your mail, enjoy your favorite book, or even read a prescription bottle can be impossible. Introducing Eye Candy, the sweet new way to see everything bigger, brighter, and better than ever before. And now may be your last chance to get one before they're gone. Fun in design, Eye Candy is no toy. This lightweight, easy-to-hold magnifier utilizes an optical-grade lens that enlarges print by 300%. Yes, 300%.
Eye Candy is really a step above the rest. The magnification is fantastic.
Embedded in Eye Candy's frame are 12 anti-glare LED lights that dramatically help increase clarity. It's a flashlight and magnifier in one.
Even with my reading glasses, I'd still have a problem with the small print. With Eye Candy, everything is bright and clear.
Lightweight and portable, Eye Candy is ideal for extended periods of reading or when you're on the go.
I use Eye Candy when I go out to dinner. Reading the menu, so much easier, especially in the dim light.
Zooming in on your electronic devices only lets you